Australia is a vast country with tremendous number of astonishing places worth visiting. Commonly, overseas adventurers and Australian retirees go on long trips all around Australia. They usually use classic camper vans or four-wheel drive cars to do so. Such camper vans and four-wheel drive cars are usually cramped, lack human thermal comfort, hence inconvenient. Another problem is unaffordable, comfortable long-haul trips. Additionally, unavailability of and restriction on parking spaces. Last but not least, today's available camper vans lack modern technologies to make them such a reliable, robust, and sustainable, tiny, modern, spacious mobile house.
The value in our business idea is that a tiny home presents a comfortable and sustainable option for those wanting to travel by road. Using typical residential building techniques, the homely feel of a tiny house goes beyond just the styling and smart design, with an insulated exterior providing thermal comfort for hot days and cold nights that isn't available in the metal shell of a camper van. With the ability to be towed behind an average SUV and providing off-grid capabilities with solar power and rainwater storage, a tiny home on wheels gives the flexibility of endless movement and exploration. A network of parking locations partnered with landowners across the country furthers this flexibility by reducing reliance on caravan and holiday parks. The self-sustaining capabilities and minimalist feel encourage sustainable living practices without sacrificing amenities or comfort.
The features that will be included in the minimum viable product MVP for tiny travel include the listing, booking, and paying for the rental of tiny homes. The platform is divided into two market segments. The first involves the listing and leasing of tiny homes. The ability to list homes, book them, and pay for them are the crux of the business. The second will be the listing, booking, and paying for parking locations. The second segment of the platform focuses on listing and leasing of parking locations for tiny homes. Once again, the ability to list, book, and pay are the foundational pillars of the business. Features not included in the MVP but will be in the final production version of the product are maps, rating and review systems, live customer support, advanced filters on search, and many more.
The customer base would not be restricted by an age limit. It would range between a young adventurous adult to an even younger and energetic retiree. CRM techniques will be used in order to develop a relationship with the customer. It would involve three tasks. The primary task will be the development of initial contact with the customer to spread awareness about the product using trade shows, through sponsored advertisements on social media, and interactions at caravan camps. This will create a sense of interest amongst the customers. The second task will be to convert the customer's interest into actual purchase. This will be done by providing discounts and other tailor-made offers. The third task will be to create a customer retention technique. This will be done by designing loyalty programs. The program will run on the same concept as a frequent flyer, where the customer will earn miles and which can be redeemed for discounts and other priority services. This will also encourage the rehire of the service.
When selecting a business model, there was three considerations to make. You have sole trader, which is a single owner, personal profits, and high risk and personal liability. We have a partnership, which is composed of partners, profit and loss sharing, also a high risk and personal liability. And the third option is company. The company is a corporation as a separate entity where there's no personal risk and liability. However, there is heavy regulations and administration. So we decided to go with company. Company, we have a corporation where it's required to source finance as its own entity. You also need to consider a company as the highest option we have is protection of risk and liabilities from a rental company. This includes the rental of the property, insurances, and personal indemnity.
The channels that are going to be used for distribution of the tiny houses are divided into groups: physical aspects and online aspects. Physical aspects include a factory bay for storing the tiny houses previously purchased and an office front to manage pickup documentation and customer services. Online aspects involve the creation of a website and online app to book the tiny house, but also partner with rental car companies and parking lots to complete your journey.